guys, how's it going? I'm back on video again to continue my exploration of Okinawa, where this time I'm going to do a full loop of Ishigaki Island. And I'm sorry in advance if this video ends up being a little bit scatterbrained, but I wasn't originally going to do this today, but after checking the weather, I've seen the temperatures today were going to be the best for the entire time that I'm here, so I thought, fuck it, might as well get out now. I did wake up a little bit apprehensive, mind, because when I checked the weather this morning, there was some strong wind advisories, and I thought to myself, do I really want to be out in that? But then checking the weather for the next week or so, it's going to be pretty much strong winds every day, so if I want to cycle here, I just kind of have to get out and do it. But it seems like it should be a tailwind when the wind's at its strongest this afternoon. Hopefully. I think it's going to take me a little minute to get into this today because I've already gone 5 kilometers and there's already been a couple of blunders. First off, I've managed to forget my water bottles, which is fantastic. And I'm at Kanozaki Lighthouse right now, and as I was coming over to the edge of the platform over there to start recording, a crow hopped onto my bike, stole one of my packets of food straight out of here. The little bastard. But it seems like I picked a good spot to do the intro because the sun's coming out now and these views are getting me into it a little bit more. But while these views are nice, it's time to go get our front row seat of the view of the road and go buy some bloody water. Also seems like I forgot my speakers today as well, which is a bit more of a travesty than the water situation. I'm sure you'll all agree. Be able to pick it up here, but I'm passing Arakawa Falls at the minute, which is a small waterfall, which is the start of a hike to a bigger waterfall, I believe. I think I'm going to have to come back to this one at a different point because looking at the path to get down there, that's asking for me to slip on my cleats and break my leg. So instead of falling to my death, I think I'm going to go find some coffee. And with no konbinis on the north side of this island, it's reminding me of some of the harsh realities of the cafe scene here in Japan. Because apparently I'm too much of an early bird to have a coffee because it's hard to find a cafe that opens before 10 AM here. And especially on this island where it doesn't seem many of them open before 11 o'clock. So I've just passed about 5 or so cafes in a little stretch and all of them closed, so vending machine coffee it is. At least I can enjoy a coffee while also appreciating Okinawa's biggest strength, which are its beaches. I will say though, this is probably the sweetest coffee I've ever had in my life. It's not very good. And it's hard not to appreciate a good beach when you're in Okinawa. Because as I've maybe said like 50 times at this stage, I'm not too much of a beach person. But when it's in the minus temperatures back home, I think I'll take what I can get. And I might have just passed up the opportunity to see the waterfall, but right next to the beach I was just at is a Shisa pottery shop. And right behind that pottery shop is this massive field of statues. Look at how mad some of these look. I do mean mad in a positive way, just in case that sounded negative, because these statues are really cool. And you can obviously tell there's been a lot of dedication and craft work which has gone into making these. And it actually makes me want to go buy something from the shop because it makes a change from seeing the same Orion and Spam products in every single souvenir shop. So I think that turned out to be a lovely replacement after the waterfall. But as for now, I think I'm going to plough on for about another 20k and then think about getting some lunch in me, so I'll talk to you then. tell you what, like the humidity must be pretty high today. It feels quite a bit warmer than 23 degrees. It's bleeding warm. And since I've forgotten these sport bottles, having to pull over the side of the road to open my bottle and drink some water is also quite annoying, but you know, good excuse for a rest. Well, I did just have a bit of a mare there because I did say I was going to do this on a different day originally, and the place that I saved on Google for lunch closed on Wednesdays, which is what today is. But luckily something else was open not too far away because there's not too much on this northern strip of the island, so garlic shrimp, very good. And speaking of that, actually, there was something else marked on Google as a grocery store nearby, but when I actually rocked up, turns out there's not much there at all, and it was tiny, so I've not really got anything on me for energy for this next portion of the ride, and it's going to be a while, I think, until I hit another grocery store, so wish me luck. And I'm asking for a bit of luck because, as you can probably hear now, and you can see by the grey clouds, this seems like the powerful wind section of the day. But to be fair, it's not too much longer until I get to the most northern tip of this island, and then when I turn back around, that's when the tailwind starts. And I can definitely tell now that that's the direction the wind's going in, so looking forward to that. So now, as it's starting to rain a bit, I'm not going to waste any more time and get to it. And here we are, the very north side of Ishigaki Island. One road up and then one road back down. And I'm just over halfway through the ride now because I didn't mention it earlier, but this ride today is about 103 kilometers, and I'm also keeping my eye open for two things. One being a grocery store for some on the bike fuel, as I mentioned earlier, and two, I need to find a vending machine with a bin next to it. They usually do about 75 to 80% of the time, but all the ones that I've passed so far on this road and a little bit beforehand just don't have any next to them. So I'm bloody stuck carrying these two things around, and also not looking forward to when these run out because I'll have to carry these around as well. But now it's time to trick myself into thinking I'm a much stronger cyclist than I am and get some of this wind up my ass. Looking forward to it. Well, fuck, this is making an immediate difference. I haven't felt this rapid in ages.
Bike on top. Bike on top.
These are actually the traditional Okinawan donuts, by the way. Not the bloody muffin that I said in the last video. I do apologise because I didn't really stop on the second half of the ride there to film anything, but I just ended up getting too in the zone really, and really enjoying the tailwind that I had, so I didn't really want to stop, to be honest. But I'm not too far from my accommodation now, so we'll end today's video like a lot of the other videos that I've done, in a nice little shrine area. And there's a nice little arrangement of things inside this one. And the gate's also by the coast, which always makes a great shot. I hope you've enjoyed the little snapshot that I've given you of Ishigaki anyway. I'd for sure recommend coming to give the island a visit, or even staying on the island if you find yourself in the Okinawa prefecture. But until next time, catch you later. Bye.